everyone, welcome back to Studio 33 Art by Kay. Today I'm actually, I may end up having to do a voiceover because I'm in the garage where my studio is set up and it's very windy outside, so there's a lot of noise with the garage door banging. So we'll see how we go when I go to edit, whether I feel you can hear me properly or not. So today I want to do some experiments on some cell activators. I've tried a few different blacks and whites and haven't been happy with some and have been with others. So I'm trying a couple of different ones today that I haven't tried before and comparing with one or two that I have liked. So today I'm going to do a comparison with the white cell activators. And in another video coming up in the next few days, I'll do the black. So I'm going to be comparing the Amsterdam titanium white with Floetrol, Australian Floetrol, mixed 1 to 4, all of these. The Amsterdam pearl white, mixed with Floetrol. And I'm going to also do the Mont signature titanium white, mixed with Floetrol. Okay, and I've got a lot of new colours I'm using today from the Eraldo di Paolo colour range. I'm just going to be trying these out on small tiles. They're just a ceramic tile that I have wiped over with isopropyl alcohol just to clean it. That's all the prep that it needs. And I'm going to be just drizzling the paints over these today. I'm using the same paints for both experiments. And I'm just going to not use a base. I'll just drizzle enough of the colours on there that there won't need to be a base paint. And I'll do a drizzle, swipe and a rec spin, right, the size of the tile. These are just 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres, which I think equates to about 4 inches. Okay, so the colour I'm going to start with is the Eraldo di Paolo Cool Blue, which is a really nice, what I would call royal blue. These are all just mixed to the consistency where when they're drizzled back into the paint, they make a small mound for a couple of seconds and then it disappears. So we'll just drizzle them over. It's actually easier if you've got your paints in a squeezy bottle. I've mixed up a lot of paints recently, so I've run out of my squeezy bottles for my new paints. So I'll just have to do it this way for now, but that's fine as well. The next colour I'm using is the Eraldo di Paolo Turquoise, which is a very rich colour. Can you hear that garage door banging and crashing there? I really don't like the wind very much. I was in a storm in 2003 where I had windows blow in and windows blow out when I lived out on a property not far from where I live now. And so I've always, since then, had the wind up me, so to speak. Don't like it at all. So the next colour is the Eraldo Metallic Diode Blue. This is a lovely shimmery blue. I'm just filling in the holes, trying to make it so that there's, at the end of the day, no gaps, seeing as I haven't laid a base paint. And that's one of the advantages of laying a base paint, is that you don't have to worry about filling in all the gaps, but that's fine. The next colour is Eraldo Waikiki. Where I wouldn't mind being at the moment, Waikiki. That would be nice to be lying on the beach, being that it's our winter here in Australia at the moment. And I think it's going to be a maximum of 13 degrees here. And as I say, very, very windy. Next colour is Eraldo Infinity, which is quite a grey blue, really. I think I've mixed this one a little bit too thick, actually. It's not quite as thin as I would have liked. Sometimes your paints do thicken up if you've made them up for a few days. It's a good idea to do a drip test before you start, which I didn't do. And this is the Eraldo Metallic Rolling Waters. So it's a lovely, pale, almost silvery metallic blue. So I've nearly filled in all my gaps now. Just got a few little gaps there. And just for a bit of contrast, I'm going to be using, this is the Cool Blue, which I've already put on, but I'm just going to put a little bit more on the top because it's just sunk underneath pretty much. So usually when I'm doing one of these, if the colours are sort of, the ones I put on first are buried a bit, I just do a bit of a splash of them back on the top. Now this is Eraldo Light Gold, and everyone that watches me knows I love the Mont pouring paint gold, but this one's not far off it. So I'm quite liking that, so I'll give that a go today. Just a little bit of that all over there, not too much. And a tiny bit of Eraldo Metallic Silvery. Not too much again. Have a look and see if there's anything that I'd like to bring up. I think I'd like a bit more of the, what is it? The Diode blue. Okay, I've got a heap of paint on there. I'm getting a bit carried away really. So now I'm going to do a swipe on that. I'm just going to use the playing cards as I usually do. And the first one I'm going to try out is the Amsterdam Titanium White. So we'll see how that goes. It's mixed up 1 to 4. And with my Cell Activators, I mix them to a consistency where when I run it back into the paint, after 4 seconds, the paint bounces back up to the stick. So there are how much I've put on there. Turn it over. Now very gently running down. I have put a lot of paint on there. On the base, that is. Here we go. I can see cells already. Looking nice. Well, that obviously works very well as a cell activator. They are lovely. All right, so always wipe the card off between swipes. And now I'll finish this off. The same amount on the card. Just 2 bits like that. And then turn it over. You can also experiment, of course, not just with the different colours, with the different paint brands, but also different thicknesses. Like I've made that up 1 to 4. So I could do an experiment also where I might make it up 1 to 3, 1 to 5. But I'm happy with that. So you really do just need to experiment, watch lots of videos and just experiment yourself. Okay, so I've just hit it with the heat embossing tool. That helps to burst any bubbles that might have been there, which I couldn't see any, and also bring up any more cells. So I'm just going to now use a bamboo meat skewer. You can use either the flat end or the pointy end. I think I'll just use the, don't know, I might use the flat end. Instead of doing my normal circle rec today, I'm just going to try something a little bit different and just rec it down like this. Always wipe off your skewer in between each rec. And bring it around like that. So I'm just bringing it down to the bottom instead of doing the usual. And now I'm just going to use a little pipette. These are used for using as a dropper. If you want to drop some paint, a little bit of paint on there, or to suck some paint off if you've got too much in a certain area. But I just want to use the bulb part today, just to do some little, like a balloon kiss. only tiny. See, that's very pretty there. Just on the beginning of each of my little ricks. I might just do a few coming down as well, down each one. So they're very pretty. Bringing up lots of little tiny little flowers there. I think I've probably put too much paint on when I've been drizzling my paints on. Do get carried away sometimes. And do 3 down here. Okay, now I'll just do a little bit of a spin out to get rid of some of the paint, and we'll just see how those little flowers, how they expand. I'll just move this out of the way a bit. Okay, just a small spin. And now back the other way. Oops. Well, that's really pretty. I'm liking the gold, and the turquoise has come up beautifully too. So I'll just do one more spin the other way, try and even it out. Now I'll get my little pipette and just re-clarify those little flowers there where the paint's moved a bit. They've sort of lost their shape a bit. I'll just pop those back in. Might just do a couple of random ones up here. I love those, they're just so tiny. On a small tile, they look really, really cute, I think. Okay, something I've just learnt recently is that when you're videoing, there's a little white button as well. And so you can actually take a photo while you're videoing. So hopefully that has taken a photo of that. I'm learning all the time about all these different things to do with the editing, and also with the creation process and what you can do with your iPhone. So now I'm just going to take this off here. Well, I might just hit it with the heat tool one more time though. And I can see just doing that really clarified these cells a lot more. So that's really beautiful and quite simple to do really. Okay, so once again I'm just going to drizzle the paints on. They'll probably be in a different order. I can't remember what order I put them in. I don't think it'll matter too much. So they're all going to mix together. So I'll just speed this part of the video up for you because it's just going to be the same process all over again. I've covered everything there. I can't see any bits that are uncovered. So I'll just get the playing card again, and this time I'm going to be using the Amsterdam Pearl White with Floetrol. Just mixed up so that it, when drizzling off the stick, bounces back onto the stick after 4 seconds. You see how it bounced back? Hopefully you could see that. It's going to give me some nice cells. The Amsterdam paints are a little more expensive, but they do give good results. So does some of the Mont, and also the Global for certain things too. So it's a case of just working it out. Okay, so some nice cells there. So I'll just hit that with the heat gun. I'm going to do this the same as the other one, so I end up with a set of 6 altogether. So 3 will be with the white Cell Activators, and 3 will be with the black, just for something different. So again, I'm just going to do a little rec, starting about here and just bringing it down to the center. Now I'll move that aside and do the next one. Pop that in the middle. This one I'm going to be using the Mont Signature Titanium White mixed with Floetrol as a cell activator. So I'll just go ahead and put the paints down again. Right, so now I'm ready to try the Mont Signature Titanium White. So that's that one. So that was the Mont titanium white. And I'll just pop that over here as well and wipe under the edges, and then I'll bring you in for a close-up of the three of them. Okay, so I'm just coming down now for a close-up. So here's the three of them together. So this one here is the one with the Amsterdam titanium white. I've been in and just done the little pipette kisses again, just to bring them up, make them clear, but that's very pretty. You can see the Cell Activator has outlined the cells, but sunk down, so bringing up all the colours, and so all it is outlining the cells, which is really pretty. I do love that. This one is the Amsterdam Pearl White. So as you can see, there's not too much of the white left. You can see a little bit around here, but mostly the Cell Activator has sunk down and disappeared, but still left behind a very pretty tile. And this one's the Mont Signature White. As you can see, it's created cells, but it has left white, a lot of white on the surface. Now that could have been because of how much paint I put on the swipe tool in the first place. Maybe I put too much on there, I don't know. But I love the effect, because where it's got so much white on there, it's enabled the little pipette flowers to really come to the surface and be beautifully outlined. So they are really, really sharp and easy to see. So I'm loving that too. So the jury's out. I'd love to know which one you think is the best, which you like the best. I like them all for different reasons, and I would certainly use any one of those as a Cell Activator again. So if you'd like to comment on the bottom of the video, that would be excellent. And I'll see you back here in Studio 33 in the not too distant future. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.